Ervin Jackson and Philip Jackson, Jackson Companies. In the annals of Birmingham history, there are a number of families who unquestionably shaped the future of the Magic City. The Jackson family is certainly one of them. But the two members of the family being inducted into the Birmingham Business Hall of Fame tonight didn't just impact Birmingham. Their careers left significant impacts on two key industries. In many ways, Ervin Jackson was an idea man. But he was also a man of action. And Jackson's ideas and actions are still shaping many facets of Birmingham to this day. After college, Jackson worked in the insurance industry, where he quickly made a name for himself with his business acumen. While an investment officer for Prudential Insurance Company during the Great Depression, Ervin Jackson made a mortgage loan to a New Orleans golf course, a move that resulted in him being called back to the company's home office.
They asked him to come up and explain that loan. So he went up there and he had laid out a map of the golf course, and here were the streets that if they had to foreclose on that property, they could put these streets there. And of course, very lovely homes surrounded the golf course, so it wouldn't be hard to sell houses or lots in that thing. So Prudential appreciated that fact and started making more loans on golf courses because they realized that you could come out of it if you had to foreclose on any particular country club.
But due in part to his antipathy for home office politics, Jackson eventually returned to Birmingham. It didn't take him long to make an impact both through his roles in the Jackson Company, Jackson Insurance Agency, and multiple other companies, and in the greater community.
He came back with all these ideas that were used and improved Birmingham in many different ways.
In 1946, he was named president of the Birmingham Chamber of Commerce. In 1947, he was named the first recipient of the Birmingham Man of the Year Award, due in part to his lobbying for understanding, unity, and cooperation in Birmingham. Ervin Jackson was a steady proponent of increasing regional cooperation in the area. He was also one of the most notable civic boosters for Birmingham of his generation. He advocated for interstate access in Birmingham and for a livestock coliseum in the Magic City. But one of his greatest impacts was in the real estate world. One of his ideas, the concept of the modern office park, was copied throughout the nation. It all started with Office Park in Mountain Brook, a project for which Ervin Jackson was the primary catalyst.
Crowning achievement was inventing the first office park in America. It did change the working habits of office workers all over the country. So I would say that that had to be his crowning blow.
But even beyond Office Park, Jackson had a profound effect on Birmingham real estate. He was also heavily involved in projects like Eastwood Mall and Motel Birmingham, two major projects in Birmingham's commercial real estate history. Beyond real estate, Jackson's impact can still be felt through a number of companies and institutions. He served on a multitude of key boards, including Alabama Power, Jefferson Federal Savings and Loan, and many others. He also played an instrumental role in both Southern Research and Royal Cup Coffee.
Mr. Tom Martin, who was president of Alabama Power, had him on the board at Alabama Power, but recognized his abilities with real estate, and so he put him on the board at the Institute. So as they grew, he advised them what properties to buy and how to buy them and everything.
But Ervin Jackson wouldn't be the last member of the Jackson family to leave a large legacy in an important industry. Birmingham native Philip Jackson would have a similar effect on the banking industry. Over the course of his long career at the Jackson Company, he would go on to shape Birmingham's financial world in a way few individuals ever have.
You might say he had the crown. He achieved the ultimate in his particular profession.
After attending Birmingham Southern College and the University of Alabama, Jackson started his career at the Jackson Company, where he would become vice president in charge of the mortgage department and a director. He firmly established himself as a leader in the mortgage world, rising to become president of the Mortgage Bankers Association of America and the Mortgage Bankers Association of Alabama.
He had probably the best deal sense I've ever seen of anybody. He could cut through a complicated issue, explain it, find a solution to it, and it was remarkable to watch him work.
But his biggest appointment came in 1975, when he was named to the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, a post he would occupy until 1978. Jackson shaped the nation's financial world in numerous ways, having oversight of the board's consumer affairs operations and special responsibilities in the areas of bank supervision and regulation, among others. Colleagues say Jackson played a key role at a critical juncture for the banking industry.
He has had a stabilizing and influential impact from a common sense standpoint on both Federal Reserve activities, at RTC, and in other aspects of his career.
After leaving the Federal Reserve, Jackson served in multiple capacities for Compass Bank Shares, Inc., including serving as vice chairman from 1980 to 1989.
I think one of the most telling, perhaps, ways you can evaluate how other businessmen feel about him is they ask him to serve on their boards. And he has been on Liberty National, Alabama Power Company, U.S. Gypsum, Compass Bank Shares, Hargreaves, Charter Corporation. I could go on, but clearly his advice was sought and accepted, and it has helped all of those companies.
He has also served on the board for Birmingham Southern College, where he has gone far above and beyond the traditional role of a board member.
The thing I would lift up most about Philip may surprise you a bit. He, for many years, taught at Birmingham Southern College, didn't have to do that, but brought into the classroom a great respect for the liberal arts mission of a school like Birmingham Southern College, but also experience throughout the world for the students.
Support of Birmingham Southern is one of many common threads that connect both Philip and Ervin Jackson, as is a history of shaping Birmingham for the better.
The legacy Philip leaves is one we probably all like to leave. Number one, love of family. Number two, the respect of your friends and affection of your friends and the respect of your peers. And he has done that in so many different ways, through business, through charity, through government service. It's a remarkable life, and one that, thank goodness, isn't over.
The Jackson family, so instrumental over the years in leadership in the business community particularly. Well, I think we just have to certainly salute both of them at this time of the induction of both of them, but we also have to, say a word of gratitude for the family being a part of this community in the way that they have really made a difference for good.